And we're just minutes away from kickoff here in Orlando against University of Central Florida. They're saying it's going to be a 50-point blowout. I think our boys have a little more in store for them. Kickoff is underway here against Central Florida. Olympia giving it to Chris Kemp for his first ever return as a football player. Makes a little juke to the left, and he's going to get down at the 27-yard line. Not a bad return. And Eric Cook will be making his debut as a head coach of this Olympia team. The once wide receiver, now quarterback, hoping to bring a little bit of respectability to Harriman, Utah. And on first down, Braylon's going to hand it off to Cruz, who gets stopped 1 yard short of the line of scrimmage. Not a good sign if our offensive line can't hold up better than that. On second down, we're going to see a little angle route thrown to, it looks like Frank Charles out of the backfield. So it looks like we might be having a 3 running back set in the backfield. Could be interesting to watch. And it's now third and about 6 yards. Dakota Braylon taking his time. Not sure what he's doing. He's going to need to get the ball off. Makes a little adjustment. Maybe a little read. He saw something in the defense, and look at that. Right over the middle is Lance Roach, who fights for the first down. Way to go, Dakota Braylon, reading the defense like that. First and 10 on our second chains, and it looks like Charles is going to be motioned out. It's going to be countered. Crenshaw up the middle, who goes nowhere. Yet again, our strength is supposed to be in our running game. That's what Eric Cook was pressing when asked. Second down, we're going to have a run to Mackey, little read option going on. I know this is going to be featured, maybe not quite as heavily as these other spread teams, but 1 or 2 effective uses a game can definitely slice up a defense. And on second down, we're going to see a pass to Serge Cruz, who makes a little cut and gets past the midfield mark. Serge Cruz working with what little he has, and this is an odd formation. Looks like a monster set. We have linemen out spread with the wide receivers. Little audible. And nothing is open. Dakota Braylon's going to toss this one away. Looks like they tried to get a little cute to start the game. Maybe keep it simple. Here we are, second and 10 at the midfield. Fake handoff to Cruz, and Braylon off his back foot right to the defender. You can't throw that. Oh my goodness, and that's how our first turnover happens. So keys to the game, we've already messed up one with our first interception early into our first drive. Braylon's got to know better than to throw those kinds of picks. And we'll see, and yeah, you can already see Eric Cook is going over with him how he should not have thrown that ball. First and 10 for UCF. Looking to make a mark. They are supposed to be an offensive powerhouse. Looking to maybe contend for their first college football playoff appearance. Second down, and we're going to stop Wimbush. We're not going to let that speed option happen. And I know Eric Cook said going into this game, Wimbush is a runner, not a thrower. He plans to do whatever he can to keep Wimbush in the pocket throwing that football. 3rd and 5, that's exactly what will happen. And oh my gosh, Kerry Webster came out of nowhere and just obliterated Brandon Wimbush on that. Oh man, the speed. And so it looks like we held them 3 and out. That's pretty good against a high-powered UCF offense. And the punter gets ready to kick. One more time, Chris Kemp getting to show what he can do. Makes a juke move, makes a man miss. Jukes again and then gets walloped. He's got to be a little more careful. We can't be losing balls on fumbles. I do like the effort I'm seeing though. Cantrell motioning out wide. Braylon's going to snap it and pitch it to Crenshaw. It looked like they were setting up a halfback pass. Maybe a little too cute for my taste. Now it's 3rd and 17. We got a long way to go, and it's a play action that gets blown up. It looks like there was a miscommunication between the back and Braylon. Maybe something to handle in the next huddle. So UCF starts off on our side of the 50. Maybe a little screen pass and a broken tackle. Trey Nixon's going to take that a little bit further. You can't do that. You have to wrap up against these better teams. Wimbush is going to take off with it and not get too many yards. So early on, we're limiting Wimbush, which is the game plan. In fact, if it hadn't been for a fumble and some really bad negative plays, right as I say that, Wimbush takes it for a first down. 7 yards. Like I was saying, if it hadn't been for those negative plays and the interception, who knows? Wimbush gonna run a little inverted veer and then get stopped for a 3-yard gain. So as long as we can keep holding him to about 3 or less yards, as 2nd and 7, Wimbush is gonna take it and throw across the field. Right to our guy! Is that Timothy Clay? Oh my goodness! That's Timothy Clay making the play at cornerback. That might have to be a new thing. Timothy Clay makes the play. And we have the ball back. I told you all we had to do is keep Wimbush in the pocket. And it looks like that's Eric Cook's game plan, and it looks like that's working. Little screen pass on first down to Serge Cruz, and some blocking this time. Serge Cruz is able to take it for a 9-yard gain. And we're back in that full house pistol, and a little triple option. Dangerous pitch to Crenshaw, but he did manage to pick up 4 yards. And I heard we will be running out of that full house pistol quite often this season, as that seems to be our most efficient form. And it looks like Cruz is in at quarterback. Maybe a little wildcat here. He's going to motion over a jet sweep. Crenshaw with the ball. He throws it back. Cruz gets a block. He gets another one. And it's a foot race at this point, and you better believe Serge Cruz is going to take this one to the house, baby. That's how you start it off. We're going to get the first touchdown of the season. UCF 0, Olympia 6. I bet nobody saw this one coming, and our boys are ecstatic. A screen pass across the field. We're gonna kick it. No, it's a fake. Price rolls out. That's the backup quarterback finding the backup tight end, and it looks like Eric Cook said, we're gonna come out, and if we score it all, we're gonna put our foot on your throat. Olympia takes an 8-0 lead, and people have to be shocked watching this game. UCF's got the ball again, and it looks like a handoff to Killens Jr. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, presumably. Maybe they'll get another playoff? No, that's going to be it. We're going to be going in the second quarter up 8-0, and you have to love the energy. We're seeing people fly around the field making plays. Our defense looked phenomenal. And hey, our offense didn't look terrible either, just a few negative plays. And it's the start of the second quarter. Defense coming back onto the field after a pretty impressive showing to start off in that first quarter. Wimbush gonna do a little read option here, and oh no, he's gone. Nothing but green in front of Wimbush. He is gone to the house. Oh, and you gotta wonder. You had to wonder when that was gonna happen. Wimbush is too talented, and he is pumped up because he started the game poorly, and it looks like they want to even things up. Wimbush fakes and he snaps it, and yeah, wide open. You had to wonder. Our defense looked so good at first, and they first play out of second quarter already touchdown. It was like 70 yards. Chris Kemp, oh no, he fumbled the ball. Hickman stumbles, almost fell in the own end zone. He's gonna get out to maybe the 17-16 yard line. Oh, this is disastrous. All the momentum that we took from the crowd here is back in the crowd. Little read option. Dakota Braylon pitches it out. Frank Charles. Look at Frank Charles. Good run, Frank Charles. The speed is back on our team. And he's able to get to that sideline pretty quickly. And we're looking pretty good. Our 3 backs are all producing very well. It's going to be a handoff to Clinton Crenshaw, who cuts back inside and gets a little forward push for a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4. Braylon leading a pretty good offense so far. Just gonna make a few adjustments. He's yelling out a few calls. It's a fake to the back and wide open. Nicholas Chase with the 11-yard catch. So it looks like Braylon's making some smart reads. They're using the play action effectively. Making an audible here. He must have seen yet another thing in the defense. Braylon's made some adjustments that I really enjoy. Makes another adjustment. And he's going to take this sack here, so he must not have seen that blitzing linebacker. nonetheless, it's good to see him active as our play caller. 2nd and 14 over the middle, and it gets picked off. No, you have to put a little more of a dart on that pass. Just a really, really soft pass right to the DB. So UCF's going to take the ball again, tied 8-all at about the 45-yard line. Looks like maybe a blitz coming from the Olympia linebackers. And it is. And Wimbush has nothing to a day, takes it up the middle, and going to get a 13-yard gain out of it. I think you're going to have someone spy at some point if you're Olympia, and it looks like they do. That's Dusty Hale spying right now. Pass to the outside, wide open. Killins read the sling. We had a guy on spy, we missed him. And at this point, you have to wonder if UCF's starting to try to run away with this game. You can tell they want to. And 1st and 10. Hey, we're at least going to sack Wimbush here. So that time we did a better job containing. That's Prince Lofa-Taupau, the touted man from Utah. He's only a freshman and only going to get better as the season goes on. And on 2nd down, Trey Nixon's going to get the touchdown anyway. Poor tackling, poor tackling, poor tackling. So Olympia's going to come back out with the ball. Looks like we got a 2-back backfield, and it's going to be a power O to Serge Cruz with a lead block from Crenshaw. He's able to take it for a 7-yard gain. Running game has looked pretty impressive so far. Sans a few negative plays. 2nd down, and we have a read option, and that's backup quarterback Jason Price, and he gets up and he is furious. He got his face mask pulled, and they did not call that. It must be the Orlando referee team, because that was obvious. But Coach Cook decided to go with Jason Price after some bad throws from Dakota Braylon. And Jason Price making some adjustments. He is a senior. We expected if Braylon can do it, he should be able to do it too. And right over the middle, caught by Lance Roach for 2 yards. Looks like he had a guy on an in a little further up, wide open. But UCF's going to come up with a stop, and Roderick Lindsay, fake punt. He's rolling out. He got the 1st down. No, he fumbled. Oh my gosh. Olympia with another great play. And it gets ruined by a turnover. Roderick Lindsay, the punter, called for a fake punt pass. Actually showing he has the speed to get the 1st down, but he just can't hang on to the ball. So UCF taking advantage of our turnovers. 1st down, Wimbush going to break a tackle. A missed tackle, and he's gone. And Wimbush now has 2 rushing touchdowns on us. He's not as elated after this one. He knows that's what he's supposed to do. That first one, I think he was just happy to get his. And Chris Kemp's going to return this one. Spin back inside and gets rocked and fumbles again. Ball security is terrible for this Olympia team. 1st down. Jason Price going to get rocked. Pitches out to Clinton Crenshaw, who's able to push his way forward for the 1st down. 12-yard gain. Not bad, Crenshaw. So it's 1st and 10. Looks like Frank Charles is going to be split out right from that triple backfield. And Crenshaw able to make the most out of nothing and get 3 yards out of what should have been a negative gain. 2nd and 7. Little fake to the back. Price is going to roll out and throw it to his tight end, Lamar Reynolds, who he already had a good connection with earlier. And it's going to be 4th and 1. Apologize, not 2nd down. So 4th and 1. They come out onto the field. And Jason Price saw something he did not like. He's going to call a timeout, and Cook's going to talk it over and come out again. And Serge Cruz gets it. Alright, so some really aggressive play calling from Eric Cook so far. I really liked what I've been seeing, though. 1st and 10. Little off tackle to Frank Charles, who's able to speed his way up for a 1st down. I've liked what I've seen from Frank Charles. Crenshaw's looked good. Cruz has looked phenomenal, but Frank Charles has looked great. Maybe deserving of 2nd back. Gosh. Another turnover. Price gets walloped as he threw, but he should not have thrown that ball where it was. That was triple coverage. Price takes the hit under the chin. And then 3 black jerseys to 1 white. You can't throw the ball there, and it gets picked off. For our, 4th turnover, 3rd turnover of the game. So UCF taking the ball over. They're up big, 22-8. And Wimbush gonna stiff arm a guy and then get about an 8-yard gain. He's been running all over us since that first quarter. Play clock running down. Wimbush snaps the ball. He's gonna take off with it, and we're gonna sack him. So we hold UCF to a 3-and-out. Defense may be returning to form. Chris Kemp back for the punt return. He's done pretty well so far today. And he's going to juke one guy out. And he gets about 11 yards on that. Not bad. Chris Kemp's looked good other than a fumble and a muff. First down, 40 seconds or so left. Price is going to motion a guy left and run a stretch right, and it just gets blown up. Crew's able to spin out of a tackle and get a yard, but that should have been a negative 3-yard gain. 2nd and 9, and on the comeback route is Lance Roach. Lance Roach has looked pretty good getting open, and well done to Jason Price for able to find him. We stopped the clock. We've got a little bit of time left. We definitely need to score before halftime. Jason Price rolls back, throws it. Oh my goodness. That throw across the middle, those across the middle throws have just been dreadful today, and Jason Price knows he shouldn't have thrown that one. And we're going to go into halftime down 14. Still a competitive game despite 4 turnovers early for Olympia. And we're back for a second half of play. UCF took the kickoff and it's going to start at their own 30-yard line. Wimbush taking off. This is something we see all the time, but a good play here from Dusty Hickman. Able to only give him a 1-yard gain. 2nd down. UCF's hurry up has just killed us today, as Wimbush hands it off to Killens, who gets stopped in the backfield. Defense looking active. I'm telling you, the defense, without those turnovers from the offense, has looked amazing today. Keep an eye on Prince Lefataupo in this 3rd down passing situation, and it's a screen to Killens, but well covered by Olympia, and we're able to force a 3-and-out early on. Maybe a chance to pull within 1 score here. Looks like a little double screen, and oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. A double screen. He had no time to throw the ball. Jason Price gets hits it, he throws, and it gets bobbled about 20 times. There's no way that's a catch. There's no way that's a catch. And yet they're ruling it that way. But it looks like Eric Cook will be challenging that. Good. He deserves to. Looking back at it, there's no way this is a catch. I swear that hit the ground. Did it not? Let's see this one more time. It's hard to tell from that angle. And the referees are not willing to overturn that call, so we lose a timeout, and they get an interception off like a 20 bobbled pass. Ridiculous. 3rd and 9, and Williams is going to push his way to the 1st down. You've got to be joking me. We have to wrap up. 1st and 10 for Wimbush. He's going to do a little draw to Killens, and that's well covered by the Olympia defense. The run defense outside of Wimbush has been impressive. Wimbush going to snap the ball, and a wide open Hescock. And he does get stopped for only a 7-yard gain. So 3rd and 3. Maybe we can hold them. Man in motion. It's going to be a read option. And oh no, we covered Wimbush this time, but the pitch was wide open for Trey Nixon for his 2nd score of the day. Things are getting a little out of hand, boys. 1st and 10. And in at quarterback, still Jason Price. I don't know about that. He hasn't looked super impressive yet, but he's going to take the read option up the middle. Not bad. First and 10 from about our own 30-yard line. Price is going to hand it off. Man in motion, and he does a great lead block. Look at Crenshaw throwing the block for Cruz. Crenshaw, Cruz, and Charles, the triple C threats, have looked amazing today. Cantrell splitting out right. You know what that means. If you scouted us at all, that's a counter up the middle. And Cruz is able to break a tackle for a 4-yard gain. I think they're getting a little predictable if even I'm able to recognize what play it is. 2nd and 6, and Roach comes across the field. Last time this was for a stretch. I wouldn't be surprised to see that same play again. And it looks like that's what we'll see, and Charles almost breaks it out, just not quite speedy enough to break out that defensive ends. Maybe against the lesser team, but not against an athletic UCF team. And what is Charles doing? He pitched it back. What did he just do? Frank Charles is upset. He just pitched it back, going for more. And look, now Wimbush is going to run it up the middle. Oh my goodness. This team has just astounded me on holding the ball and taking care of it. First and 10, Wimbush going to roll out, wide open. But he gets leveled. Well, I guess as long as we're showing fight, that's all that really matters, right? Second and 4, Wimbush going to pump fake and then take it right up the middle. Looks like a draw play. Stiff arms. Two of our... Oh my gosh. Wimbush is looking like a man amongst boys out there. As it's first down and 10, Wimbush gonna get the snap again. And what do you think he's gonna do with it? I think he's gonna run the ball. And look at this. Leveled again. But he's still got 10 yards. It's great to get a good hit in, but you need to do that behind the line of scrimmage. First and goal, Wimbush all the time in the world, and look who comes open. It's Marlon Williams for a 6-yard touchdown. Well, if you can't get any pressure on the quarterback, he doesn't even need to worry about running the football, because he's going to have somebody open at some point. Down 8-36, but Chris Kemp going to show what he can do. Just breaks it to the outside, cuts inside, destroys a man's ankles. Not a bad return, 38 yards. And that's telling. We have had almost as many yards as them. We just can't score or keep the ball. Cruz is going to get leveled on 2nd and 10 here. 0 yards. And look who's out at quarterback, actually. That's Robert Lindsay, the punter. Roderick, I'm sorry. Roderick Lindsay, the punter. Interesting personnel choices. Quarterback. I know we have Jesse Malone. This Clinton Crenshaw gets rocked. It's now 4th down, and Roderick Lindsay and the Crow are going to stay out there for a 4th down, and Roderick Lindsay going to roll out. He's got it. Breaks inside. Okay, Roderick Lindsay held on to the football this time. Nice cut. He's got a little speed to him. I don't know if he can really play quarterback, but would have liked to see Jesse Malone in, actually. As Frank Charles is going to take this off tackle for 8 yards. Frank Charles, other than one boneheaded pitch, looked good so far, and it's the end of the 3rd quarter. I don't know what to say. We've looked so good that the fact that we're down 36-8 is rather sad. It's really depressing, honestly. 3rd down and 4 from about midfield at the start of the 4th, and Roderick Lindsay's going to roll out yet again and dive for the 1st down. 9 yards, not bad. Roderick Lindsay, he's looking pretty good. Hasn't thrown the ball, I don't think. I don't even think he played in high school. He's going to run a little read option, pitch it out to Rob Mackey, who gets a 9-yard gain, 10 yards, but they're not going to give him the 1st down. So Roderick Lindsay running a good offense so far as he's going to hit Serge Cruz for a screenplay. So his first pass is going to go for about 8 yards or so and a 1st down. Not bad. Looks like Serge Cruz is up to 104 receiving yards and a touchdown. Crenshaw comes in motion to throw that lead block for Cruz, who gets about 3 yards on the power row. Not bad, but not great. If we can take 3 yards, 4 yards here and there on rushes, that wouldn't be so bad. And look at this. They're back in that monster look with the linemen split out. It's going to be a screen pass to Roach, who dives, hurdles, I mean. Oh my goodness. That was scary. He could have taken major punishment for that. As Roderick Lindsay, he's going to do the same thing, and he fumbles it. Oh my gosh, guys, stop getting cute. I don't understand what's happening. Roderick Lindsay now twice has tried to make a play with his legs and then lost the ball. This time on a really unintelligent hurdle that he just watched Lance Roach do. Maybe they discussed that before the game or something together, because you should not be trying that. And UCF's just going to try to run the clock out here. The game is pretty much in hand. Not much else for them to do. 2nd and 5. Gonna have a bit of a screen pass here, and Williams is going to shrug off another tackle. And Marlon Williams is showing us why it's important that we wrap up. Something we have not done all day. 1st and 10. Wimbush takes the snap. Finds the open Hescock. And we're going to hit him back, and they're not going to give him forward progress. It's going to be only a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Killens. And it's going to be well stumped out. Gets 3 yards. We can live with that. 3rd and 5, and Olympia's looking to make a statement here on defense. Wimbush surveying, throws it out to Ahmad, who is going to get spun for the first down. So we're just not quite able to hold them and get them off the field. And even if we did, we wouldn't have the ball long enough because we've been giving it up. What did I say, 8 times today? Ridiculous. As Wimbush is going to take off with this one, and that's going to be about 30 yards. Wimbush has just been tearing us up, shredding our defense with his legs. He's going to hand it off to Killens here, and Prince Futile brings it down, but there's a flag on the play, and it looks like they're going to call face mask on Prince Futile. Well, you can't say we haven't beat ourselves up today. 2nd and 10, wide open Ahmad. He's going to stiff arm and fight his way to the 5-yard line. Kayvon Ahmad. Their whole receiving core really looks very impressive. Wimbush going to hand it off to Killens, and that's snuffed out too. Defense not giving up. Timothy Clay making a lot of plays so far. And Wimbush with the read option, and he's going to shake off a tackler, and he is in. Wimbush. It's fun to watch him play. You wish you had him on your team right now. Little fullback run though on our first down. Olympia handing it off to Robbie Mackey. Gets about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8, and it looks like Jesse Malone is going to be getting the final snaps here. Good to see him get some play time. As he gets rocked and thrown to the ground. It's now 3rd and 8. I'd like to see what Jesse Malone can do, and it looks like we're about to see this on 3rd and 8. We kind of have an odd formation here. He's going to find Cantrell right over the middle. Not bad. Little tight end seam. Goes for 9 yards. 1st and 10. It's going to be a triple option. Pitch out to Crenshaw, and Crenshaw's got nothing but Ruma in front of him. Going to get 15 yards off this. Crenshaw's not fast, but he's showing that he has a little bit of speed to him. Another triple option play. This time a pitch to Charles. He's going to juke out one guy and not get any extra yardage, but the juke did look cool. 1st and 10. And that is our 4th-string running back, Dedrick Jenkins, taking the off tackle for 1 yard. Jesse Malone, 40 seconds to work with. Going to be a bit of a double screen. An open Charles. He doesn't get many blocks. He only gets about 4 yards. Linemen are going to have to step up their blocking on those screen plays. 3rd and 5, 40 seconds left from the 25-yard line. Jesse Malone drawing a guy over. We know that means a stretch play, and Crenshaw's going to bounce it out. Not a fast guy, but look at him take that to the corner and get the first down. Crenshaw just pushing his legs to what limit he can. Another triple option. This has become a staple in our offense, and a risky pitch to Crenshaw, who's only going to pick up 3 yards off it. We don't have much time here. It's 2nd and 7. Cantrell open over the middle. Touchdown. Well done, Jesse Malone, finding the open Ray Cantrell for our 2nd score of the day. And Jesse Malone put together a pretty nice drive to start off. Not sure if that's enough for him to get a starting spot. Nothing's really cemented, but that'll do it here in Orlando as UCF destroys us today. Brandon Wimbush, deserving player of the game, with 200 plus rushing yards and 100 plus passing yards. 43-15, not much you can say about that. We actually outgained them in offense, which shows how pathetic our turnover situation was, because we really could have been in that game just as well as they were. You look at it, and passing yards, we destroyed them. Rushing, we did pretty well. I mean, everything except for the fact that we had 8 turnovers looks good. I don't know what to say. I mean, I feel kind of disgusted by that performance. You look at it, the kick return yards, all the yardage, time of possession, we destroyed them. Everything went our way. We just couldn't hang on to the ball. We couldn't wrap up. We couldn't make plays when we needed to. Well, next week we'll be back in Utah in Salt Lake City to watch the game against the number 14 ranked Utes at the time of recording. I don't know. I actually think that game may be worse Maybe not in the scoreboard, but in the actual gameplay, because UCF did not do that great of a job at really defending or performing their offense against us. We just beat ourselves up, and Utah will not make those same mistakes. But anyway, since it's in the state of Utah, I'll get a midweek episode up and show some practice footage of the team and some ideas of what they're going to run and some quotes from the players, and then also get some footage of the recruits in the state of Utah and see how things are going on that trail.